Good morning, I'm Kurt Losnort with Smallegan Real Estate at Keller Williams, and on this particularly festive day, just before Christmas, we are finishing up a closing right now for some of my clients, which has been an absolute pleasure to work with and went really, really well. So I'm so glad this worked out so well. But just to back up and explain for anybody here, what was the motivation? What was your goal in finding and buying a house in Grand Rapids?
Mostly to have a long-term investment and stop putting all my money into rent money here in GR. So that was mostly the main goal for us, I'd say.
And I know that that's huge. We're still talking with a lot of people about that, even as the market changes and the interest rates come up some, that the number one quantifier, the biggest change in long-term family wealth is home ownership. And to be in a position where you are able to purchase and pay for the mortgage rather than pay rent is incredibly effective. So that's awesome. And how did that work out with these fine folks across the table here?
I think it worked out very well.
Very good process. Very smooth.
Yeah.
And all the good process. And how was it working with our team, with the Smallegan team?
Great, wonderful. I couldn't have asked for a better
Not any
experience.
imperfections at all. So.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take that.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll take that. What was it like? How did it work to start searching for a home and then eventually make the purchase? What were some of the steps involved?
I would say just looking at as many houses as possible, looking at what we want, what we don't like, and kind of getting to know the process, and being patient throughout it.
Really focusing on cost and effect and what we were looking for and long-term our goals, if that fits in between our goals and stuff like that.
And we kind of had to be flexible on that price point because we started at one point.
Yeah,
We're like,
Ended up another.
Like, this is really
so
worth
we had to
it.
kind of really weigh that out.
Yeah. Get
But
to a happy balance.
Yeah, right. So they understood that. They did all the work, really.
Yeah.
And I saw that right from the beginning. You really had good ideas about what you were looking for and strong preferences, which actually helps lead the home search a lot. But you also were very reasonable in understanding that, hey, there's always that pro and con. There's always that cause and effect or price point break. There's a different way to look at things. And having those conversations, I felt like were, honestly, when we have to figure those things out, it can be really positive. And I enjoyed working through that with you guys because you handle it really well.
Yeah. Well, we were very helpful too. I mean, a lot of information, a lot of these we did not know. So
Yeah, and we could
really changed the way we were
you
looking
were
at
very
houses
helpful.
and the process for us. So
I'm really happy to hear that. And I knew you guys were going to be pretty aggressive, not aggressive, but pretty active when we first met the night of a blizzard. It's already completely dark. Everything is shutting down.
Saturday night.
And I get the alert like, hey, they want to go see a house tonight. I'm like, okay, that'll be good. And they definitely stayed on it.
good tone setter.
Were there any, other than weather, any challenges or unexpected surprises along the way in acquiring your new home?
I think just the variation of like foundation issues, roof issues, things like that, and kind of recognizing it and then just moving on from the house if we can't get it.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because I kind of forgot. It was really just an issue with the properties themselves.
Yeah.
In this market, even though it's slower, typically if a house is sitting for quite a while, there's a reason. And we found out for several homes in a row that there were serious foundation issues, and not just serious foundation issues, but unfortunately undisclosed until we arrived.
Right.
So there were like, I think it was 4 houses in a row. We walked downstairs and we were like, oh, that's not okay. And it will be for somebody, but we just, you have your deal makers and breakers, and for you two saying, hey, we can have some projects, we can make some updates, nothing's gonna be perfect, but we're just not gonna deal with foundation issues, which is 100% fine. And I started calling ahead before we went to go see a house. Are you sure the foundation is good? Okay, then we'll come see it.
Right.
If you were recommending someone to work with a real estate agent team in the Grand Rapids area, who would you recommend and why?
I would recommend you, obviously. I think we have the best experience with you, and you are very helpful with people like us who don't really know what we're looking for exactly in a house and technical things and just foundation issues and things like that. You were the best person to help us.
We appreciated the education side of it,
Yeah,
that you were taking
absolutely.
it under your wing and really teaching them the process instead of just, let's go buy something.
Yeah.
So we know there's folks out there like that, but with them, I think that was most instrumental for us is so they could learn something. So we just put it on them. You go find it, you go to work, and then show us when you think you're, to something close.
Yeah. That's what I mentioned to her was, I feel like we had a different agent. I don't know if we would have learned what we learned or.
We wouldn't have done it this fast, probably.
I feel like we would have had like issues with going to close. They have an inspection and then we back out because the inspection just brings up so much. But I mean, you're doing inspections for the most part
So thank you for
on
that.
site.
That's
So
pretty good. Pretty great.
And I really appreciate it. Honestly, this, like everything that happened in the past just few weeks since we met and have gone through this process together is what I really love about doing this job. I really, really do. And even having the whole family involved is extra fun.
Right.
And actually did just meet your friend that you referred to
Yeah,
me yesterday
that's
when
great.
starting home
Yeah.
search. So
Wonderful.
it has been great, and I honestly do appreciate it as much as you might. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate it as
thank
well.
you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.